Hello guys, welcome to this channel. Hope you're all doing great. So in this video, I will be talking about my ownership experience with the Royal Enfield Standard 350 Bullet. So this is the BS3 variant. I purchased this in March 2016. So as of today, it's May 21st, and it's been a great 5 years of owning this bike, and I will be talking about my ownership experience on this bike. So this comes with a 13.5 liter fuel tank, and I am getting a mileage of 35 to 37 on an average in the city. So this is mostly city driven. I have hardly gone on long rides. The highest so far that I've ridden is for about 350 kilometers a day. So that was the highest so far. So I will definitely be riding or going on long rides in the future. So that was a quick walk around, and as you can see, how the bike looks after 5 years. The paint is great, and the chrome parts are also great. So let me begin the video by telling you guys about the front side of the bike. So as you can see, this is the keys and the key slot here. The slot is okay. I did not notice any issues here. Unlike I do see that the the key slot gets loose on other bikes that I've noticed, of which is of the same age. Then coming to the clutch cable. So what I've noticed is the clutch cable constantly gets cut off. So this is like the fifth clutch cable that is on the bike so far. So I would suggest every bullet owner to have a spare clutch cable with you whenever you're riding. Then going to the front brake of the bike. So the front brakes, these are drum brakes, and I would have to change the brake shoe once in every alternate service. So the brakes are good as far as you have changed the brake shoe at the right time. Then moving on to the next part of the bike, I would like to tell you about one issue that I encountered. That is, as you can see here, I've taped one cable, and this cable actually came in contact with the cylinder head, and when you're riding, the engine heats up, due to which there was one wire that got burned, and that led to issues with the headlight. The headlight was not turning on. The low beam was coming on, but the high beam got spoiled, and later got to know the fuse was spoiled because of that. So as you can see, the front tire looks still great after 5 years, and the spokes have, I've never had any issues with the spokes nor the front tire. So I hope I can probably use that for another 10,000 kilometers. So this is the kill switch, and as you can see, there is no sign of the kill switch there because that got faded. And however, I can see the indicators and the high beam and the low beam symbol still intact. It's not faded as bad as the kill switch symbols. I have put on an extra seat cover, and as you can see, there are some scratches here on the tank, and that is because I do carry things on top of the tank, mostly groceries, and that might have led to the scratches here. So you can see the monogram still looks great, the Royal Enfield monogram. So one other issue that I would like to talk about is there was oil leaking from the cylinder head, and that was because of um, a small part, that an internal part which was spoiled, and that I had to replace that. It didn't cost cost a lot, and right after that I did not notice any oil leaking. So as you can see, the kick lever is still good, and as you know that this doesn't come with a electric start. This is a kickstart bike. So you can also see that I had to change the chain sprocket once, and that was because the chain was getting rusted when it was parked outside in the rain. So after that, it got really bad that I had to change the chain sprocket. So you can see that these are not the stock shock absorb. So I had to change this. These are the ones that comes in the classic 350 or the classic 500 that you notice. So I had to change this because the original shock absorb had issues and that was spoiled, and it also led to the back wheel spokes getting spoiled. So you can see this old video where you can see this has the original stock shock absorber on this bike. So these were the original shock absorbs. So and now I've changed that on the bike. That is one change that you can see on this bike. So the back brakes are good, and one you can see that there's a slight damage there on the exhaust, and there is another damage here, and I really have no clue how this happened, but yeah, I will definitely get this checked before this gets worse. And as you can see, it's already started to rust here. So one other thing that I would like to talk about is the crash guard. So this is an additional accessory that I had right from the first day I bought this bike. This also actually saved me from a minor accident, as in I did not have any injuries, nor there was any bike damage. The only damage you could see here was the scratch and this thing getting ripped off because I fell on the left side. And there was no damage at all to the bike, nor did I have any injury. So overall, I would say it has been a great 5 year long journey with this bike. This was my dream bike, and that's why I bought this. This is my first bike, and the experience so far has been great. You do have to spend a little more than how much you spend on a regular service, but that's again, it depends on the parts that you change and also the labor cost. So it depends on the service and what the service is for. Otherwise, it's great. As per me, I did not have to spend much on service so far. So I'd like to end this video here. I hope you liked my ownership experience. So if you liked the video, do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.